First of all, Paul, amazing job on this film. There's not a lot of movies in 2020 that I've actually wanted to see on the big screen, but this happens to be the movie I wanted to see on the big screen. But you know what? It's still great watching it from my computer. Amazing job. First question I have for you is, why did the Monster Hunter franchise motivate you to come back to the video game genre?
I played the video game for the first time in Tokyo 12 years ago, back when I think no one outside of Japan had really heard of Monster Hunter. It was kind of very much a Japanese-only phenomena, and I just fell in love with it. I mean, it's as simple as that. The amazing landscapes, these awesome creatures that roamed those landscapes. I mean, I just felt this was a chance to bring a whole new world to the cinema that people would just love to immerse themselves in.
You're completely right. Now, the scope is relentless in this film. The level effects are amazing. But what was the toughest technical challenge for you?
For me to create this brand new world, I didn't want to do it against a green screen and create the world in a computer. I wanted to go to real landscapes because then I felt it would make the CG creatures look that much better if I could lock them into reality. I found the landscapes I wanted. It just so happened they were in the middle of absolutely nowhere in Africa. So we got these epic landscapes on screen, which I just think are super impressive. But the downside was, you know, they were hundreds and hundreds of miles away from the nearest habitation. So we would have to, the cast and crew were living in tent villages with no internet, no cell phone, intermittent water. It was real kind of guerrilla style filmmaking for months on end. So very physically tough on the cast and crew, but I think the end results are pretty special.
Oh, amazing, amazing. Now I read that Mila's character being in the military was a little bit inspired by the crossover Monster Hunter, Freedom Unite, and Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker crossover. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, when you play the video game, as I did for the first time in Tokyo 12 years ago, you're a person from the modern world that goes into the Monster Hunter world. And when you get there, if you have the experience I did, you're just amazed. Oh my God, this world is fantastic. So different to my world, but amazing. And I wanted to recreate that experience. So I felt, you know, it's also the experience of playing the game is you create your own character. You're not playing a set character. It's not like Tomb Raider where you have to play Lara Croft and she has a certain look and a certain backstory and that is what it is. In Monster Hunter, you create your own character. So I felt there was an opportunity to have a completely fresh character go into this world and see it with fresh eyes and feel the amazement that I felt when I was first immersed in that world. So in a way, it was kind of recreating the feeling of playing the game for the first time, but also for people who don't know anything about Monster Hunter, the video game, you know, Mila's character is a relatable character that's an avatar that they can follow into this fantastical new world.
It really is fantastical. Like, it's so amazing how immersed I felt in the film, and just seeing all these creatures literally come to life was amazing to me. Now, last question I have for you is that, look, I'm a huge fan of your work from Resident Evil, but obviously Mortal Kombat too. I know there's multiple Resident Evil projects in the work right now with a movie and a television series. Are you interested in working with that franchise again, or is it still a little too close for you?
You know, I think after 6 movies and $1.3 billion and 15 years of hard work, you know, I'm ready to put my creative efforts into something else, which I've done. But would I become involved in Resident Evil again? You know, as the late, great Sean Connery told us, never say never again.
I love it. Paul, amazing job on this film, though. I loved it. I can't wait to watch it again. And once theaters go back to normal, I can't wait to see it in there too. Thank you so much.
Great. Cheers.